Okay, if you're a small business owner, you know this feeling all too well. The paperwork just keeps piling up, all those admin tasks just eat into your day, and at the end of it all, you're left wondering, where did my time actually go? So today, we're going to dive into a really powerful solution, AI paperwork automation, and, most importantly, how it can deliver a massive return on your investment.
I mean, let's be honest. This is a question that just hits home for so many people, right? Where the answer is a really frustrating yes. That endless stream of intake forms, invoices, compliance docs, it can really feel like it's holding you back. But what if you could finally actually change that?
This isn't just about being annoyed by a messy desk. The paperwork problem is a direct threat to your bottom line. Seriously, it slows you down, it introduces all kinds of risks, and it can genuinely impact your team's happiness and how productive they are.
And you can see how these cause just snowball. Wasted hours on your team, well, that leads directly to slower operations. And when you're rushing to catch up, that's when costly human errors happen. Then those errors create huge compliance risks. See what I mean? All of this puts a hard ceiling on your growth and, you guessed it, leaves you with a frustrated team. It's a truly vicious cycle.
But here's the good news. There is a targeted, accessible, and unbelievably powerful answer out there, especially for small businesses. We are talking about artificial intelligence, specifically built to tackle these exact problems head-on. And this slide just lays out the difference perfectly. It's night and day. On the left, you've got the old way. Just constant, mind-numbing data entry, a super high risk of errors, and the burnout that always comes with it. But look at the right. That's the AI-powered future. Instant data extraction, incredible accuracy, and a team that's empowered to focus on the work that actually matters. So what is AI paperwork automation exactly? It's actually pretty simple. It's just using smart software to take over all the boring, repetitive tasks. Think of it like this. It's the best, most efficient administrative assistant you've ever had. One that never, ever makes typos or needs a coffee break. All right, so the theory is great, but what about actual results? Let's take a look at how this really works out there in the real world. We're going to zero in on 3 specific industries where AI is already making a huge impact.
First up, healthcare. I mean, anyone who's ever been to a doctor's office knows the absolute mountain of paperwork involved, right? You've got patient history, insurance forms, prior authorizations. It is a massive burden on the administrative staff. Now look at that number, a 20 to 40% reduction in admin time. That's not just a small improvement. That is a complete game changer. For a typical clinic, that's basically like getting an entire day of work back every single week. It frees up your staff to focus on patient care instead of being buried in clipboards.
And here's exactly how it works. So instead of clipboards, you have digital forms that automatically fill in patient records. Insurance isn't a long phone call anymore. It's an instant automated check. And prior authorizations, they're not a manual headache. They're automatically generated and tracked. Each one of these solutions targets a major bottleneck.
Next up, let's look at a sector that is literally built on documents, accounting. These firms handle a staggering volume of invoices, receipts, and financial statements, and they all follow predictable patterns, which makes them a perfect fit for AI. And the payoff here is immediate. We're talking 15 to 25 hours saved every single week. For a small firm, that is enough recovered time to onboard 2 or 3 new clients a month. Just imagine growing your business without having to grow your headcount. That is what this kind of efficiency unlocks.
So here's how it streamlines the core work. The AI reads invoices and routes them for you. It learns your chart of accounts so it can categorize expenses perfectly every time. It can even handle the entire client onboarding process, from collecting W-9s to sending out engagement letters. It's all about turning that drudgery into pure efficiency.
Okay, and finally, let's check out an industry where paperwork isn't just a hassle, it's incredibly high stakes. In construction, one missing or incorrect document can delay a multi-million-dollar project and hold up payments for months.
This list here really shows just how critical document management is. We're talking about change orders, lien waivers, payment applications. AI automation makes sure these are all generated correctly, tracked meticulously, and filed properly for compliance. That massively reduces risk, and, crucially, it speeds up your cash flow.
So you've seen the proof. The results are real. Now, how can you actually apply this to your business, no matter what industry you're in? Well, it pretty much boils down to a 5-step framework that works universally. Consider this your action plan.
Okay, let's just walk through this really quick. It all starts with digitizing how you get your information. Then, the AI pulls out all the key data. From there, it generates your standard documents like quotes or contracts. Then, it routes them for approval. And finally, it files everything away perfectly for compliance. It's just a simple, logical flow that gets rid of manual work at every single stage.
At this point, I think the benefits are crystal clear. So the final question isn't really if you should do this, but when. And the answer is, the real cost is in waiting.
You know, this quote from the source material really says it all. This stuff is no longer a luxury or a nice-to-have feature. It is quickly becoming a competitive necessity. Every single month you put this off, the gap between you and your more efficient competitors just gets wider and wider.
And hey, for anyone worried about some long, complicated, expensive implementation, forget about it. Modern AI platforms are specifically designed to deliver a return on your investment incredibly fast. We're often talking within just a few weeks of getting started.
So I'll just leave you with this one thought. Think about those 15 or 20 or even 40% of hours you could get back. What could you do with that time? Could you serve more clients? Develop a whole new product? Or maybe just get home a little bit earlier? That's the real power of automation.